Well, that was a game really summed up in the second half there for Arsenal. A hat trick for Eddie Nketiah. Tomiyasu getting his first goal for the Arsenal. Fabio Vieira getting a goal. The substitutes, all combining to help Arsenal get the victory today, 5-0 against Sheffield United, a team that sometimes you go into a game like this and maybe you underestimate the opponent, but on days like this, Arsenal really sound, composed. Jakub Kiwior coming in to give Gabriel a rest, you would presume. It's just that, nothing more. I thought he was fantastic today. Kiwior really calm, really composed. Last season when you saw him, there was debates between him and Rob Holding coming in. I think myself included, you were looking at Holding and saying, look, he's got a little more experience, a lot more experience actually. Let's get him some minutes. But Kiwior has come in. You've seen how versatile he is. He can cover for Zinchenko there on the left and play that position, that Gabriel position, really well. I thought he was fantastic today. Jakub Kiwior, really good performance overall. Kai Havertz getting 90 minutes, looked all right, did the job well, went into midfield a little bit later in the second half, sort of moving around that number 9, that false 9 position, where he is a much better player, in my opinion. Martin Odegaard given a rest today, unless it was some form of, Arteta deciding to drop him based on his form, which again I got into with a couple fans today with a tweet of mine, mentioning that if it's based on form that he's dropping Odegaard, there's no reason that Ramsdale shouldn't be getting any minutes in the Premier League or the Champions League, because he's talked about rotating goalkeepers time and time again. It's such a common practice to rotate goalkeepers in competitions like the Champions League and the Premier League. No one is, no manager is forced to do that. Obviously, you manage the team that you have. It's your rules. You make those calls. But to me, if Odegaard was dropped because of form, then I would have to ask questions about how Raya is still getting ahead this many minutes at least ahead of Ramsdale. I thought today would have been a great game for him. Of course, he used to be a Sheffield United player, so I would have liked to see Ramsdale. I don't know when we're going to see him. Maybe when we play West Ham in the cup, coming up. But for me, Ramsdale deserves a little more than that, I think. Play him in the Premier League or the Champions League, but to just relegate him to these cup games, I think is pretty unfair. And I think he's shown time and time again that he's good enough to be playing in either of those competitions. So, yeah, that's all I'll say about the goalkeepers for now, I guess, until the next video that I make. Eddie Nketiah, hat trick, brilliant from him. The first 2 goals, sort of poacher's goals. The first touch that he made from that Declan Rice assist was brilliant. Sort of vintage Eddie Nketiah. I was criticizing him against Sevilla at the week on Tuesday because he'd come on and sort of jogging around, not really putting in the effort that you're used to seeing from him. A real workhorse Eddie. So maybe he made up for that today. The third goal to seal the hat trick was brilliant. Fantastic strike from him. Really happy to see him get his hat trick. Saka came and captained the side today to a brilliant victory. And overall, just a brilliant performance. Tomiyasu getting his first goal really sums it up. That's every senior Arsenal player with a goal now for Arsenal. I take that back. Kiwior has not scored for Arsenal, so I take that back. It's only a matter of time, though, I'm sure, based on those performances that we've been seeing recently. So, yeah, interesting to know why Gabriel was was dropped, why Odegaard was dropped. Could just be that. Could be they needed a rest, and you would hope that's only, there's nothing really else to it. I think Odegaard specifically really looked like he was sort of run down these past couple games, so good for him to get a rest. And, yeah, good victory overall from Arsenal. And I'll make this video quick. They should probably all be this short. So thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, I do really appreciate it, and I will see you when I see you.